shadows on the high seas, the luxurious cruise ship sailed through the vast expanse of the open sea, its gleaming white exterior reflecting the golden rays of the setting sun. Passengers reveled in the opulence of their floating vacation paradise, unaware of the dark presence that lurked among them. Little did they know that a serial killer, a maniacal stalker, had set his sights on the ship's unsuspecting guests. As the night descended, the ship's vibrant energy transformed into an eerie stillness. The passengers gathered for an extravagant dinner, their laughter echoing through the grand dining hall. Among them, the sinister figure watched from the shadows, a predatory grin etched across his face. Throughout the cruise, he had been meticulously stalking his victims, studying their every move, and patiently waiting for the opportune moment to strike. The ship's seemingly carefree ambience provided the perfect cover for his malevolent intentions. As the days passed, the passengers began to notice a chilling aura that seemed to encircle the ship. Whispers of unease spread through the crowd, and eyes darted around nervously, searching for the source of their discomfort. Unbeknownst to them, the killer had started his macabre game, leaving cryptic messages and ominous symbols in plain sight, teasing and taunting his victims like a predator playing with its prey. One fateful night, as the ship sailed through dark waters, a young woman found herself alone in her cabin, her heart pounding with a nameless dread. Unaware that the stalker had been watching her every move, she felt an icy grip of fear tighten around her. The lights flickered, and a haunting melody filled the air, growing louder with each passing moment. Panic consumed her as she realized she was not alone in the room. Shadows danced on the walls, revealing the presence of the maniacal killer. In a heart-stopping showdown, the woman fought for her life, but the killer's sadistic determination proved too great. Her pleas for mercy fell on deaf ears, and the cruise ship became a chamber of horrors. The following morning, the ship's crew discovered the gruesome scene in the woman's cabin, her lifeless body a grim reminder of the danger that lurked on board. Panic and terror spread like wildfire among the passengers as they realized they were trapped at sea with a merciless killer. As the cruise ship sailed on, the atmosphere grew tense, and suspicions ran high. Everyone became a potential suspect, and trust crumbled like a sandcastle against the tide. In the end, the identity of the killer remained a mystery, and the passengers were left to navigate their floating nightmare, forever haunted by the shadows on the high seas. Voyage of the Den. The majestic cruise ship set sail under a starry night sky, its twinkling lights illuminating the vast expanse of the dark ocean. A diverse group of passengers boarded the luxurious vessel, eager to embark on a dream vacation. Unbeknownst to them, a sinister figure lurked among them, a serial killer who reveled in the anonymity that the crowded cruise ship provided. As the days passed, the ship became a floating paradise, with passengers indulging in lavish feasts and exciting excursions. Among them, the killer stalked his prey with cold precision, studying their habits and routines, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. One night, a young woman found herself alone on the deck, captivated by the tranquil beauty of the moonlit ocean. The sound of the gentle waves provided a soothing backdrop, but a creeping sense of unease made her glance over her shoulder, sensing an unseen presence watching her every move. Unbeknownst to her, the killer had fixated on her, drawn by her vulnerability and innocence. With a calculated step, he emerged from the shadows, his eyes gleaming with malice. The woman's heart pounded in her chest, her breath catching in her throat as she realized the danger that had silently approached. In a desperate attempt to escape, she ran through the deserted deck, her footsteps echoing in the stillness of the night. Panic consumed her as the killer pursued her with relentless determination, his laughter ringing in her ears like a haunting melody. The ship's crew, oblivious to the terror unfolding on board, were unable to intervene as the woman's fate was sealed. Her screams pierced the night, but they were drowned out by the vastness of the ocean, and the passengers remained oblivious to the horror that had befallen their fellow traveler. As the ship sailed on, the killer continued his sinister game, choosing his next victim with cruel deliberation. The once vibrant atmosphere turned somber, As a cloud of fear and suspicion settled over the passengers, whispers of a malevolent presence spread like wildfire, and paranoia took hold, turning friends into enemies. The once idyllic cruise vacation had morphed into a nightmarish voyage of terror. In the end, the killer's identity remained a mystery, and the passengers were left to wonder who among them was capable of such heinous acts. As the cruise ship docked at its final destination, the shadow of fear and uncertainty remained, forever haunting the memories of those who survived the voyage of the damned. Midnight Masquerade. The grand cruise ship glided through the moonlit waters, its opulent decks adorned with shimmering lights and adorned with a sense of decadence. On board, a diverse group of passengers revealed in the enchanting ambience of a masquerade ball, their elegant masks concealing their true identities. Unbeknownst to them, a chilling figure lurked among the masked crowd, a serial killer who relished in the anonymity the masquerade provided. As the night wore on, the ballroom transformed into a whirlwind of colors and music, the laughter of the passengers mingling with the haunting melodies. But beneath the festive facade, a sense of unease settled upon some, as if the masks concealed not only faces but secrets too. In the midst of the revelry, a young woman caught the attention of the sinister figure. Her enchanting grace and mysterious allure drew him like a mote to the flame. With predatory precision, he moved closer, blending seamlessly with the sea of masquerade masks. The woman's heart quickened as she felt an eerie presence, but the allure of the masquerade masked her apprehension. With every dance, the sinister figure seemed to tighten his grip on her, like a predator playing with his prey. As the clock struck midnight, the atmosphere grew charged with tension, as if the night held its breath in anticipation. The woman's unease intensified as she noticed the shadows that seemed to trail the masked figure wherever he went. In a moment of boldness, she excused herself from the ballroom, seeking solace on the deserted deck. The killer followed, his dark silhouette lurking in the corners of her vision like a haunting specter. The night air chilled her to the bone, and a creeping sense of dread settled upon her. Her heart pounded as she realized the danger that lurked behind the mask of the enigmatic stranger. With each step, the woman's fear grew, and her frantic attempts to escape were met with sinister amusement. The ship's deserted corridors became a labyrinth of terror, as the woman's breaths came in gasps, and her footsteps echoed in the darkness. As the clock struck midnight, the masked figure cornered her, his sinister laughter piercing the silence of the night. The woman's scream echoed through the empty halls, but there was no one to hear her cries. The masquerade continued below, oblivious to the horror that unfolded on the deck above. The sinister figure disappeared into the night, leaving behind a trail of fear and despair. In the end, the woman's lifeless body was discovered on the deserted deck, her mask still concealing her identity. The ship sailed on, hunted by the mystery of the masked killer who had turned the enchanting masquerade into a dance of death. Thank you for embarking on this chilling journey through horror with us. If you crave more spine-tingling stories, bone-chilling encounters, and hair-raising adventures, don't forget to explore the other related videos on our channel. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to stay updated on all our terrifying tales. Until we meet again, stay fearful and goodbye.